Does anyone have a question? Mm. Throughout classes lately, I've been asking for like four things. And the first one is always the blessings of my teachers, Rudy, Swami Nityananda, and others. And the second is to help from these great souls to truly become a child of God, going into a new year, going into a new cycle, to come to that place inside where less becomes more. The less there is of me, the less there is of my ego and all the things that I think are right or wrong, the more there is of God to guide my life and to really guide into a place where one can live as a child of God. One can live as a servant of God with all humility, with all gratitude, and to allow oneself to be a channel for Shakti, for higher energy in the universe. And ultimately, this leads to a very simple place inside, and that is, that place where one is nothing. You've managed to surrender everything and to let go of all of life's transitory energies and to allow one to be simply a channel for spiritual energy, a channel, that allows Shakti and energy to work out one's karma, to really give one a freedom in life and not to be attached to all these things that are transitory anyway, that come and go, but to attach ourselves to what is permanent in the universe, and that's higher creative energy, God, Shakti, spirit, whatever one wants to call it. And over the last few months, this has been so deeply ingrained in my meditation practice, that in a way it's almost like scary, to ask to be nothing. When this first came about, it was like, oh my God. And then I began to realize, Stuart, to become nothing means you become, you know, a vehicle through which all of higher energy can flow. You can embrace the totality of the universe openly, gratitude, without opinions, without ideas of what's right or wrong, but truly a child of God, embracing the wonderment of what life is and what life has to offer us. No, I don't think this is religious. I think this is really deeply spiritual because there's no dogma in any of this. There's no right way of doing it. It's just a matter of surrendering in enough depth that one can transform all of this transitory stuff into that which is one with higher energy in the universe. and to be happy. I really mean it. It's just, look, nobody goes through life without having some kind of terrible thing happen to them. Nobody. And yet, it's just a reminder of why we're here and how profoundly we have to go in ourselves to let go. Because most of the trauma and the pain that comes is because we hold on. We don't let go. Does anyone have a question they would like to ask? I mean, people have been trying to bring this type of teaching here, for hundreds of thousands of years now. They've been trying to, I mean, you read the great books, the Bhagavad Gita, the Upanishads, the Bible, the Old and New Testaments. That's what it's about. God creates the earth, and then there's 1,000 pages of drama, and the Messiah finally comes. You know, I mean, it's really something. And it's truly, it's just a kind of a map of the way every single human being lives. Does anyone have a question? We're all given minds to receive wisdom, throats to communicate that wisdom, hearts to embrace the wisdom, sexual, chakra below the navel to be rooted so that we can support wisdom, and sexual energy so we can transform the human to the spiritual, and kundalini so that we can take passage. It's like a rocket ship that goes to enlightenment. This exists in every human being. Energy, Shakti, is not positive or negative. It's not right or wrong. It only becomes positive and negative when it enters a human being. And based upon how they perceive life, that's how the Shakti is offered to life. Human beings transform it into positive and negative. The energy itself is pure, it's divine, it transcends positive and negative. It transcends all polarity. But when it comes into us, it becomes crazy because people are crazy inside. They're chaotic inside. And the covenant that a human being should make with God, higher end, I'm going to fix the chaos. I'm going to fix the chaos so I can live with love and compassion and happiness. And probably above everything else, inner peace. Be quiet inside. Does anyone have a question? Okay, well, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, happy holidays, Happy New Year, happy the rest of the year.
Happy you too.
They
To
always
you
say,
too.
they always say, I always see these condolences, RIP. It should be LIP, lip, live in peace. And if you live in peace, you'll rest in peace. And I mean that. And our job is to get to where we can live in peace. We can accept higher energy and allow it to be so permanently part of us every day that it creates inner peace. Okay, if there are no questions, then there will be meditation on Sunday. God bless you all. I don't think I'm going to have a class on New Year's Day. Okay, I'm looking for reasons. I mean, I came back today full of a lot of energy. So I think New Year's Day, I'm going to take a day off and just maybe we'll have a class if you want at around midnight my time here to begin the new year.
Yes, please, Stuart.
Yeah, and that's like, 7 o'clock in the morning, and people can do it in Israel and even in Europe at 6 o'clock in the morning. People can do that if they want. So we'll talk about it this week, and I think I'll have a class like that. And then Sunday, watch a football game. Okay, God bless you all. Thank you.
God bless you too. Thank you.
I'll see I'll see you on
Thank you,
Tuesday.
Stuart.